Hello everyone. In this video, we will talk about FutureBuilder, StreamBuilder, and some HTTP requests, and how to do the same thing which FutureBuilder and StreamBuilder do without using those. Okay, let's start. First, this is my main page. Obviously, main.dart, my main function, and this is my app. This is the default class which you get in the Dart file. Okay, let me explain one by one. First, run app, material app, home, my app. The material is calling the my app class, and in the stateless widget, I've created a column having children, text button, text button, text button, and as you can see, text button takes string as an input and a widget which it want to navigate. And here is a code for text button. You will find all these codes on the GitHub repository. I will mention it in the description. And okay, let me show you how it looks. This is after running the main function. This is how it looks. As you can see, FutureBuilder, FutureBuilder, StreamBuilder, StreamBuilder, without FutureBuilder, and so on. And the text button actually, it's it's a custom widget. It's a custom stateless widget. It's a gesture detector and a navigator.push.of-context and a widget which you pass here, and it is passed down here, and a container which is decorated so that it looks nice, obviously, and a string is basically these strings which I have passed here. Okay, let's go to the next section. Let's start one by one. First, we will see what is FutureBuilder and how it works. Okay, FutureBuilder. This is FutureBuilder, how I created it. Let me explain you a bit. First, a material. Nothing. I didn't use a scaffold as it is not needed here, so I used a material. Then a center widget. Then a FutureBuilder. Then a future, and you can see here a geolocator dot get location position, get current position is the package in pubstack.yaml which I have added. I will provide the link in the description. Geolocator, yeah, and also an HTTP package which I have linked. These two are the packages which I am using in this video. Okay, now sorry for the HTTP, yeah, this one. Okay, now what it does, basically FutureBuilder wait for the future request to come until and unless it's actually wait for the first request to come, until and unless we specify it explicitly, which I'm not going to teach in this video. Actually, you will get it by yourself. It's not much of a thing. So let's see. FutureBuilder, I use FutureBuilder here. Future, I have to provide a future where it will get this future. So geolocator package dot get current position provide us the current position of the device in which we are running. Right now I'm running it an emulator, so it will get the current position of the whatever I have given to the emulator, or whatever navigation I am running in the simulator. So it will show me that position, and after getting that current position, builder method is in FutureBuilder there is a builder method which take the current context and the data. You can name it anything. I just named it as async snapshot, as it's a async snapshot. So snapshot is basically, you can say, in SQL we used to learn about views. We use views just to take a look at the data, at the data, or you can say at the whatever the database. We just take a view. We can't edit it. So in the same way, async snapshot is kind of like snapshot of that current scenario, or the current context, or the current thing happening in that data set. So right now the data which we are going to get is the is the location of the current device, which is an emulator. So after getting that data, if async snapshot, basically this snapshot, if this snapshot has data, this is a function, is a static function which we can call. So if async snapshot dot has data, if it has had data, obviously, then return text. Builder method accepts a return statement, or return, it basically returns a widget. So right now I am returning a text widget which is going to take the async snapshot, and dot data property gives us the data in the async snapshot, and I am going to convert it into toString method so that there will no error when we are running it in a text widget. Now some styling is there. It's not much of a thing. It's just a font size. Or if async snapshot dot has data, then return this, else return loading. If it didn't get the data, then it will show loading text. It's as simple as that. So to summarize that, FutureBuilder is just a way to wait for a future. If it get executed, then it will call the builder method, and even if it's not get executed, it's still call the builder method. But the thing is, we can use the async snapshot data, or you can name it anything, and here you have to change that name also. You can name it anything. So we can use this data, and we can manipulate our program, or to show something like if async snapshot dot has data, then return this, else return an icon of loading icon or kind of circular progress bar. We can do this also. In that else part, we can return a loading icon also. So that will look cool. So rather than just a plain simple text, we can use those widgets also. So this is a FutureBuilder. It waits for a data. When it gets the data, if it gets the data, it just executes this statement, else it returns this statement. It will automatically rebuild itself when it gets the data. You don't have to call the setState method, and it's a better way to do that, rather than calling a setState method, because I will show you later that it doesn't call the build method, which is a costly operation. So it doesn't call the build method. It just call this version of I think it's an inherited widget, so it doesn't do those kind of stuff that calling the build method again and again. And so let's start with the FutureBuilder. So let me assign a map location first. This is what it's a location. As you can see, click the 3 dots here in the location, and single point. Right now, as we are just calling what is FutureBuilder, let's set a root. Okay, let's set a root. Okay, so I have typed the location nearby me. It's just okay, and I choose starting point. Let's say anything. It's just anything. Okay, so I just want to save this root. Okay, root. Now I'm going to play this root and just increase the speed to 3x. Let's start it. Actually, when I did this, is basically you can see the change of the position here. Actually, you can think it like I am moving this emulator with me in a car. You can think of like that. So which will help me diagnose what I am getting the data, what kind of data I am getting. So let's begin our emulator. Let's do the FutureBuilder thing. Okay, as you can see the data, I got a latitude and a longitude. Latitude is something like this, and the longitude is something like this. You can see, just take a look at the data. It's in the end 594. When I go back and again press this, you can see it's just changed. It just changed because the FutureBuilder only returns the first data which it gets in case we are using the geolocator package. So when we click on that FutureBuilder, it just loads itself and we get the current data, and that's it. As FutureBuilder, it automatically builds itself whenever it gets a current position. So it automatically, we don't need to make it a stateful widget and pass it in a init state method. Those kind of things I will talk it later in the without FutureBuilder and without StreamBuilder methods. Okay. So now the next thing is, StreamBuilder. Okay. In the simulator, our data is still running. Basically, our device is still moving. So we don't need to again go to the location and do the routing and all those things. We'll still get the current position. Now the StreamBuilder. StreamBuilder, unlike FutureBuilder, StreamBuilder, it's basically we subscribe to a stream, and by subscription I mean right now in this portion we are subscribing a stream, and the stream is geolocate.get position stream. It's a method still present in the geolocator package, which get our data as a stream in the form of a stream. It basically we can use these kind of functions when we are dealing with like the real time location in cab services or in any kind of tracking services. Then we use StreamBuilder or these kind of services. Now stream geolocator dot get the current position stream. Okay, you get this one gets the current position as a stream. And now same thing in the FutureBuilder, as you can see, we have async snapshot. I just named it anything, so it's a async snapshot, which is the data which we are getting through this future. So in the StreamBuilder, in the StreamBuilder we are getting the data that we are generating through this is getting stored in the stream data. And whenever the stream changes, whenever a new data comes, it just automatically builds itself. The StreamBuilder automatically builds itself, and according to the condition, it will execute whatever it seems good or whatever the condition met. So the stream data is stream data dot has data. If stream data has data, then text show it is tagged with display stream data dot toString. Again the same thing. I just converted those position into a toString method and just displays it, and else show a text of loading. Now let's just see how it works. This is our future function. Let's go back and the StreamBuilder. Now I'm going to click on StreamBuilder. As you can see, it's changing automatically, as you can see. So we don't need to rebuild our build method again and again. Those kind of headaches is taken care by the StreamBuilder. It reduces our build costs, and so it's an efficient way to use. And you are wondering why it's not calling build. I can't believe that it's calling it doesn't call build. So let me show you this. Let me type build is called. So when I do this, let me okay. StreamBuilder. Now you can see as the data is refreshing again, but still my build is called only once. It's not repeating itself. And the repetitive part I will show in without using StreamBuilder and without using the FutureBuilder. So this is how FutureBuilder works. Same as StreamBuilder is same as FutureBuilder. Just the thing is here we are using a stream as a stream is basically a stream of futures. You can say it's like is a conveyor belt. Whenever new data comes, the data is put on the conveyor belt and we receive that data and we process that data accordingly. And it's a continuous process, and it's also a little bit costly than a FutureBuilder, but still it's a way better than creating your own StreamBuilder or a FutureBuilder or your custom without using the StreamBuilder, FutureBuilder. So let's go to the other section, without FutureBuilder and without StreamBuilder. So first, without FutureBuilder, as already you can see by the length of the code, it's a bit kind of, you know what I mean. So let's just start. First, I used a future location. I just named it a location. It's a future and it's a location. So location equals to geolocator dot get current position. So whenever I get this current position, it just gets loaded into this location. And if it wait, let me see. No, I can't avoid this, but I can using this. So I'll just leave that. So it's a loading. String str equals to loading. Future location equals to geolocator. Same thing. It's the same thing. But instead of creating a future builder, right now we are just using the name, using the normal Dart language. So location equals to geolocator dot current position. It just outputs the current position of whatever the position is. But we have to handle this, as it will not call itself whenever it gets the position. You know, there's a time period when loading is also called. Let's say it didn't get fetch the location, so the string str equals to loading will remain as it is. So we need to change this string, and we need to change it to a value dot toString method, which is the value is basically the data which we get. So the location where geolocator at current position, location dot then. If this function, if this call to what? Call to a future executes perfectly without any error, then location dot then is also a static method. Then location dot then, the value is, it's basically, it takes a function which takes an input as a value, and then we can use that, we can access that value, and str equals to value dot toString method, same thing is called, but here you can see we are calling the set state method. So whenever dot then method, whenever this future completes, a then method is called, and the what build method is called again, and the string you can see. Let me show you. You will better understand that way. First of all, let me print bill here. Bill is called, okay. So right now we are without FutureBuilder. Let's say without FutureBuilder. This output is same, but you can see, sorry, this there's a typo, but you can see there are, the build method is called twice, which is not an efficient way, as we always want to reduce the build method calls. So this is not an ideal way, as you can already see that. Now what I have done is basically, as I've already told you, basically a string. I have initiated a string in the beginning, which is a loading string, and then when the data comes, then we have to do, then we have to change the string to value dot toString of this value. Basically we just the same as a future builder, we are taking the position and converting it to a toString method and assigning it to a string, and we are calling the set state method. Whenever the data comes, we are doing this thing. Whenever first data comes, we are doing this thing. So when it calls the set state method, first the string, where's the normal string is displayed, the loading string, and when the data comes, it calls the set state method, and the build method is called again, and the new string is printed, which is the new position. So it's also simple. Now let's move to StreamBuilder. Okay, it's also a bit lengthy compared to those. One more thing, we have to use stateful widgets when we are doing these kind of stuff. We can also just avoid stateful widgets, but we have to use provider package, which is also a good way, but I would recommend using the FutureBuilder and StreamBuilder. You have to do unnecessary steps there. So the same thing, StreamBuilder. In StreamBuilder, we are using a stream of location. I've just declared a stream of name location and a string of name position, which is loading right now. And when location equals to geolocation, get position stream. This is also a static function which is present in the geolocator package, which produces the position as a stream, which produces position as a stream. Obviously, as the name, you can see what it means. So location equals to geolocator get position stream. Location dot listen, it has a listen method rather than a then method. It has a listen method, as then is only executed one then, as you can obviously thought about it. So whenever the first request is called, then method is called. But in this case, location dot listen, it listens always, it always listens to the stream. So whenever the data comes, whenever every time the data comes, it will just call that data. It will just store that value in this event variable, and we can access that event variable and then convert it to toString method, and we can save that save the string which we just position of the string into a position variable, just that I have just declared here, loading. So initially it will display a loading string, but when the first string appears, when the first position appears, it just changes to whatever the position it gets, and then it keeps changing. Then it keeps changing until unless the stream, no, actually it keeps changing. So that's how it works. Same init state. Init state, I'm calling this all these things in the init state. Another thing, I just displayed a position, and it calls the build method again and again and again and again until unless user stops it. So it calls a set state method every time it listens to a new event or a new data. It calls a build method again and again. So let me show you here. Let me call the print statement here. Then let's start. So this is without StreamBuilder. Okay, without StreamBuilder. As you can see, build is calling again and again. Okay, the output is same as StreamBuilder, but as you can see, build method is getting called again and again, which is not an efficient way of doing coding, as well as it will affect your battery life as well as hardware. So it's not a good way. You better use StreamBuilders. You can always achieve same results by some other way, but try to use StreamBuilder and FutureBuilder. Those are the best way to do things. Okay, now the last thing is, okay, let it run there. The last thing is STP request. I can say it's like, kind of like a bonus to this video. So let's say HTTP request where response await dot get sample whatever. I have used an API. Let me show you that API. Open weather API, openweathermap.org. I went there. I just signed in, as I'm already signed in. So these are my API keys. You can go here and generate your own current weather API docs. Let me show you API docs. What kind of JSON response we can get. This is an example of JSON response which we will get from this. So right now I'm just using the weather. I think yeah, I'm using this weather, and then all these fields. So let me just show you. No, I'm just using description. So these are, as you can see, these are key value pairs because they are rounded in curly braces. So they are basically maps, and these are array, and in these array we still again have maps, and the same thing. You can see that key value map, the same thing. Okay. This is JSON response. I just told you the websites. You can go there. Yeah, right now. Now the HTTP request thing. STT request, I just created a class, same string data equals to null, nothing, not null, just an empty string, future string get weather async, and await for the geolocate.get per current position. Actually, it's of no use. Actually, I'm not using it at all. So you can just, I'm just commenting it. Okay, let's just see. Wait, what? Okay. Just need to comment this. Sorry. It's actually a function which returns a future of string. The function name is getWeather. It's an async function which awaits for http.get request to get executed. And here's the API. I'm calling the API using an HTTP request. Here you can see longitude, latitude, app ID. App ID basically it's your API key. Here you can specify API. All these things are present in the doc which I have just shown you earlier. String str equals to my dart convert dot json dot decode, and dart convert is basically dart convert as I have used an LAS for this convert, and then dart convert dot json dot decode response dot body. Whatever response we get for this, we are decoding it response dot body, and then weather as I have shown you earlier. Weather, first array, first map, weather, then zeroth position. Zeroth position means this one. Okay, it's actually it only have a single element, so it's actually only a single element, so it's 0 position. And then description, so description is here, which I have specified. These all are keys. This one is key, this one is key, and this is the position of array. And we are getting this response, and we are using its body, and we are parsing it into a JSON and storing it into a string by using these parameters. By using these parameters, we are actually filtering the data and just storing it into a return string. So now it's just a scaffold and a floating action button on pressed. We just call the async, and data equals to await get weather, whatever weather we I just call this function await get weather. Initially data equals loading, so it will just display a loading sign first. Then when the first the build method is called, data is loading, then set state is called, then again it builds itself, and now it will build from here as the program counter points towards this position. So next the data will build itself from here. Then the data equals await get weather. So when it gets the weather, it again calls the set state method, and it builds again, and it will start building it from here, and it will just displays the data here. So let me show you how it works. So this is when I click on HTTP request, and here's a floating action button which I just on pressed. It calls all these functions, and center is a text of data. So when I click on it, first it shows loading. Right now it's showing loading. Now it's showing clear sky. So when this thing done, await is done, then set city called again, and clear sky is displayed. And now you're wondering where is clear sky? Clear sky is, let me see, scattered clouds. I think it's there, obviously. Clear sky description is the same thing, so it's showing this one. It must be some other sample, or they may have changed their data. So there's a clear sky. So that's it for guys. Actually it's my first video, so sorry for my voice and everything. Bye bye.